I swear. I only asked a simple question. But the moment the manager turned toward me, he said something I will never forget. And suddenly, the whole store went silent. My name is Maya Ellison, a 32-year-old black woman from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm usually patient. Too patient, my friends say. I don't like conflict. I avoid it, even when I shouldn't. But that Saturday morning, with the sun barely waking up and the grocery store half empty, I walked in with one tiny mission. Buy ingredients for my grandma's peach cobbler, my comfort recipe, the one she always said deserved its own trophy. I wasn't expecting a fight. I wasn't expecting humiliation. I wasn't expecting to be reminded that to some people, my skin still makes me suspicious. I headed to the baking aisle, humming quietly to myself, basket swinging at my side. At first, I didn't notice the woman down the aisle, a short white woman in a beige cardigan, clutching her purse like it owed her money. But I did notice the way she looked at me. That slows up and down. That stiff jaw. That microsecond hesitation like she was checking for exits. I stepped aside politely. "Excuse me," I whispered, trying to sound small, trying to avoid whatever story her eyes were already writing about me. She didn't move. Instead, she hovered near the shelf I needed, the last bag of brown sugar sitting right behind her elbow. I waited. And waited. And waited. Finally, I said gently, "Ma'am, sorry, may I grab the brown sugar behind you?" She flinched. Actually flinched. Like I had reached for her instead of the shelf. Then she said it. Quiet. Sharp. "I'd prefer if you'd stand back." My heart stumbled. Stand back. From brown sugar? I swallowed the heat rising in my throat. "It's just the bag behind you," I smiled softly. Trying. Really trying. But she stepped away only to whisper loudly, "Where's an employee? I don't feel safe here." Safe. In a grocery store? At 9:30 a.m.? Because of me. I kept my eyes down. Act small. Act gentle. Don't give her a reason. Then I noticed it. A young employee watching from the end of the aisle. A teenage boy, apron crooked, clearly unsure what to do. He walked over slowly. Is everything all right?" he asked. Before I could speak, the woman jumped in. "She's making me uncomfortable. I don't know what she's trying to do." "Trying to get sugar, lady." I finally exhaled. "I'm just here to shop," I said quietly. But the boy backed away, mumbling, "I'll get the manager." My stomach dropped. Not the manager. Not for something this small. Not over brown sugar. I stood frozen, surrounded by cereal boxes and canned peaches, suddenly feeling like I didn't belong in a place I've been shopping at since I was a kid. The manager, a tall man with salt and pepper hair, approached with that look. The "I already know who the problem is" look. He stopped right in front of me. "Ma'am, is there an issue?" The woman pointed dramatically. "She keeps getting too close. I don't feel safe." I blinked. My basket hasn't even moved. But the manager didn't look at her. He looked straight at me. Like the verdict was already in. "Maybe," he said slowly, "this isn't the best environment for you." Environment? A grocery store? My throat tightened. "Sir, all I did was ask for sugar." His eyes narrowed. "Ma'am, we've had incidents before. You people sometimes." You people. Those two words cracked something inside me. A fire. A storm. A lifetime of my mother's warnings and my grandmother's prayers. My voice shook, but I didn't raise it. "Sir, what exactly do you people do?" He opened his mouth, but someone else spoke first. From behind us. "That's enough." We all turned. And there he was, a tall man in navy blue scrubs. A surgeon. Still wearing his hospital badge. A black man. Eyes sharp. Voice steady. He walked straight toward me, not them. "You okay, sis?" he asked softly. I nodded, barely. Then he turned to the manager. No one is doing anything wrong except you. And I suggest you fix your tone before you lose more than a bag of sugar today. The aisle went silent. The manager stiffened. Sir, this doesn't concern you. Oh, it does, the man said. He pulled out his phone and hit record. I've watched her get disrespected for the last 2 minutes. I'd like to hear you repeat you people, on camera. The woman gasped. The manager froze like ice. The surgeon wasn't bluffing, either. A second later, he flashed his badge. Dr. Leon Maddox, Chief Cardiac Surgeon. Then he said calmly, See, I'm on the hospital board with the very people who shop here and fund half your sponsorships. And I promise you, they won't like this. The manager's face was drained of color. He fumbled over his words. I apologize. Truly. We value all customers here. All of a sudden, he grabbed the last bag of brown sugar and handed it to me with 2 hands, like it was some kind of peace offering. Then he turned to the woman. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Her jaw dropped. Me? Why me? Because, he said, voice trembling, you caused a disturbance. And we don't tolerate discrimination. She stormed out, sputtering. But no one stopped her. Not even the teenage employee. Then, the most powerful part, other shoppers nodded quietly, giving me soft, supportive glances. No pity. Respect. Dr. Maddox turned to me. You good? I exhaled for the first time in minutes. Yeah, I think so. He smiled gently. Don't let folks like that shrink you. You belong everywhere they do. And more. In the parking lot, with the morning sun finally warming my skin, I sat in my car holding a simple bag of brown sugar. Such a small thing. But that day, it felt like a victory. Because I realized something. Racism doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it hides behind, I don't feel safe, or you people. But it still hurts. Still wounded. Still tries to shrink us. And yet, there will always be days when someone steps in. Someone reminds you that you're not crazy, not alone, not invisible. That morning, a stranger stood up for me. And because of him, I stood a little taller too. So to anyone watching this, never let the world convince you that you're too much or that you don't belong. Your dignity is not negotiable. And neither is your humanity. This was one page from my life. One moment I'll never forget. And I'm grateful you listened. This is the Black Diaries. If you felt this story, please like, subscribe, share, and comment your thoughts below.